minute, don't know. Got a minute of your time. Got a minute of your. Let it. Hush up, gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. God of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its sides. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye. And you said when no one's to be found, what keeps you eased out, what takes you off your mind.
Yes, you want this, I want this, everybody in this, we should have it. Stop illusions, it's in your hands, show yourself, reveal it to them. Take the time to recognize it, you won't leave me.
So gross.
Hi, welcome to our first podcast of the year 2026.
Hey,
We should have drums.
No, we should have like sound effects.
Oh, we totally don't. You have sound effects?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you did it at the wrong time. Anyway, okay, turn it off. Can we turn it off?
It is off.
Okay. Anyway, welcome to our podcast from Vision to Success. Where? Oh my gosh, turn it off. Hello?
You got this. You got this, bruh.
Okay. You know what? Let's just do it then. Let's just do it with this voice. Welcome. We're so excited to have you. I sound demonic now.
We are very excited.
We're so lucky that we even have any viewers.
What?
Hey, oh my
Stop
gosh.
swearing, bro. You little.
Anyway, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Oh, we're so
shit.
excited to have. Were we?
Yeah.
Okay, we're so excited to have you. This is our podcast from Vision to Success, where we discuss all things starting with our vision to our success. But what do we focus on, Miguel?
The messy, ugly, disgusting middle.
Because the middle is disgusting.
That's
No, it's good for us. The middle is good for us.
The middle is Maria's happy place.
It is, because that's the longest. I mean, when you start, you're all like, yeah, I got this. And then when you finish, you're like, yes, I did it. But the middle is literally the longest of anything.
I know.
So we like to focus on that. Thank you for joining us today.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, thank you for logging in. Make sure you stay logged in because today, I'm telling you right now, we have a crazy, crazy good podcast. Like it's phenomenal.
We're actually prepared. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Well, first of all,
I'm prepared, I guess.
Maria came on time. Like
I totally did. That is my
before
goal.
on time. Like you came in at 40, like 9:40.
Yeah, 20 minutes before.
20 minutes. I recorded the whole thing. I was like, there's no shot that this is Maria coming down the stairs. So I was there behind my desk recording, and then boom, the door opens, and it's like, it's me.
I totally did that. I didn't even knock. Usually I knock. This time I just busted it open, and I was like...
But we had a good morning, like a good pre-show. We talked about what we were talking about today.
Yeah,
and
it was good.
I want you to explain what you told me why you're here, because I think that is so powerful, because I've been saying this for years, but apparently the reason why she hasn't done it is because I didn't explain it properly. So
I saw no value in his words. No, I'm just kidding.
Literally, that's what she said. So there's no value. But because she read it in a book, she's like, oh, well, then maybe it's probably true. So explain to them what you read and not what I said. Go.
Okay, so this is, keep in mind, I've been reading this It's a faith-related book. And this book was talking about the experience of the author. He was one of the general authorities of our church. And he talked about how those meetings are ran. So one particular experience, he said that the meeting was supposed to start at 8 p.m., but what he noticed is that everybody's there earlier. And he's like, at the earliest, people start arriving at 7:15, the latest 7:35. They do 10 minutes of greeting each other. You know, it's a big brotherhood. And then for the 10 minutes before the meeting starts, they sit down and they prepare. So they just take a moment to prepare for the meeting. And the meeting starts at 7:55. It doesn't start at 8 p.m., right? Yeah. And that surprised me quite a bit. And it made me think that, what am I missing by being late or being rushed? What am I stressing about? What am I not getting? So that was a big thing. But really, I think the impact came from thinking about, so as you guys know, I have a strong faith. Miguel has a strong faith. One of my biggest desires is that one day I'll get to see Jesus, right? And I thought to myself, what would happen if he was in a meeting and I was rushing and I was late, and by the time I got there, the doors were already closed and I couldn't go in.
Even if it's 5 minutes, you said.
Even if it's 5 minutes, right? What would happen? How would I feel? Because it's not that I did it out of wickedness. It's just I didn't manage my time properly, right? I didn't make it a priority. There's certain things that I say that are a priority. So I think once I made that click, I was like, what am I missing in the things that I'm doing by being late? So here I am.
Yeah, I will die on this hill. Like about just, and again, for me, for you was that book. For me, it was my dad, right?
Yeah.
My dad was big on this principle about being on time. And then he always said, like, when you're late or when you're like traveling like door to door, right to the minute, you leave room for mistakes.
Yeah.
And so like you're rushing, right? And so what ends up happening, you're traveling somewhere, you're whatever, because, you know, if it takes 7 minutes to get somewhere and the meeting starts at 9 p.m., you leave at 8:53, right? But then what ends up happening is that you're not accounting for traffics, any rush hours or any things that's happening on the road, maybe an accident. And you start to make mistakes. You start to rush things.
Stressed.
You feel stressed and you're like white knuckling and I got to get to this meeting. You got to find parking. It was just be there. Whatever the meeting starts, be there 15 minutes early. And goes in, even if you're just sitting in the parking lot, just relaxing, you're calm, you walk in with a good spirit.
Yeah.
Just 15 minutes early. And so, and it's funny because it happened to me once and I said, I'm never doing it again. I was rushing in and I did get into an accident.
Yeah.
And then because I was white knuckling it and I was just like, and I was rushing, I was breaking rules and all this stuff.
That's what happens when you're driving. You're like, oh my gosh, please help me to have every green light, right? And you're like trying to pass vehicles because you're rushing and you're trying to get there on time. Yeah. In reality, you only save in like at most 1 to 2 minutes when you're driving aggressively. So it's not really worth it because it puts you at risk.
So I know she doesn't want to admit it, but Maria, you're welcome. You are welcome.
I guess you laid the seed.
I make your life better. Just say it. Just friggin' say it, dude. I make your life.
No, you don't. Just kidding. No, you know what you do. Okay. We have good banters. When I'm in trouble or I'm upset, you're a good sounding board. I think a friend, part of being a good friend.
I thought you were going to say it was a good sandwich. But anyway, sounding board is good.
Yeah, no, I think part of being a good friend is being able to call out certain things that you see in the other person, and I think you're quite good at that. But nonetheless, that's what I need, right? You don't need a friend that loves everything you do. You need a friend that sometimes is like, hey, this is happening, and I think this is how it's affecting you, and you're very, very good at that.
Yeah,
he calls us at it.
And I don't do it to everybody though. Because I remember I hate confrontation, right? You love it. You're like a walking telenovela.
First of all, I don't always have confrontation.
Okay. You know I know you, right? You know I know you. I know you. I know who you are. I know your friends. And I know your enemies.
You know, he does. I know. That's the sad part. You do.
I know all the positive things people say about you.
And all the negative, because you're the one starting the negative. Oh, yeah, tell me more.
That's not the point.
That is because it's true.
That's not the point. I know all your negatives. So yesterday I had a kid from your ward came to my house yesterday.
Oh, really? Who? Okay, tell me after. Maybe not right now.
Yeah, I won't tell you his name. But he had some concerns.
Okay.
Some struggles as he's having with some friends some friends at school. And some personal doctrinal questions that he wanted to run by me.
Okay. Think I know. I think I might know who you're talking about.
Yeah, glasses.
Yes, I totally know. And that's the first person that you said, he's such a great young man.
Such a good
I told him,
kid.
I'm like, from now on, I'm your tia.
He's I love this kid. So anyways, so I'm like, so how much time do you need? You know, I'm like, because he's been wanting to connect with me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, sure, dude. Anytime I'm here for you, talk to me, whatever. I'm like, how much time do you need? I'm like, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And he goes, no, about 2 hours. I'm like, oh.
He totally, yes.
I'm like, okay, let's do this, right? So he shows up after church at my house and we came down here. And so, like, I sit on one side, he sits on the other, and he just starts, like, unloading, like, just talking, right? And all these different things. I'm like, dude, these are, like, some deep questions, man. Yeah. Like, not just doctrine, but, like, even...
Is it church history stuff, too?
not church history, but it's more no even no. It's like life after death kind of questions.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's like doctrinal questions or whatever. But even his EQ,
I know.
his emotional intelligence is like through the roof. Right?
I know. He's so mature for his
Yeah.
age. He's always been like
Yeah.
that. But
And so I was like, and I was like,
you're
so,
like, how old are you?
yeah,
Because
I
you're
did.
like
I asked.
30.
I was like, are you 16, 17? He goes, no, I'm 15. I'm like,
Yeah.
you are not 15.
I know.
And he goes, yeah. So anyway, so we're talking. He has a friend that he wants to invite to church for some activities. And I go, listen, because this friend's struggling with some stuff, right? I go, listen, when you're ready to invite this person, don't invite them in a sense like, come to church with me, right? Because when Levi had a birthday party here, he was one of the invitees, right? And goes,
The friend or the
Levi invited this kid,
Okay.
right? Glasses. And so,
Okay.
yeah. And so I go, when Levi invited you, like, how was the invite? Was it like, oh, listen, come to my house. We're going to have food. And before we start the food, we're going to do a blessing on the food. And there's some people here, some from church. Some just, I go, did he complicate the invite? And he goes, no. And he goes, so how did he ask? And he goes, oh, he just said, hey, I'm having a party. Come. And you showed up? And I go, yeah. Did you need more? And he goes, no. So when you invite people to activities, don't complicate the invite.
We make it awkward to begin, right?
Yes, it's us. Oh
So
my
just
gosh,
right
I have
away,
this.
This is what we do.
I have this church activity. It's at a building, but it's not a church thing. And we may start with the prayer, and there's gonna be some church people, but it's gonna be
Exactly.
fun. And
The best way is just to act normal.
I go, just listen, dude. Like, find out what her thing is, or this person's. Find out what this person's thing is.
Don't air out
I know.
like that.
And just say, hey, we're having an activity, and just invite this person. I go, and then what you got to do is after you invite this person, you got to run to Maria. So
Did you tell him?
Here's props. Ready? So I'm throwing you some flowers. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let me let me shake it out so I can receive it.
This is why I don't do it.
Okay, I'm listening intently. This is some good tea. Tell me.
This is why I don't do what I do. This is why.
What do you mean?
This is why I ignore you sometimes. It's like, tell me more.
Tell me. Okay. So run to Maria.
So I go run to Maria and tell her without going into detail what your friend's struggling with. Just go to Maria and say, hey, I have a friend.
Yeah.
And she needs this person needs a little bit of TLC. And just.
What did he say when you said it?
But hang on, I go, just tell her, then, to like whatever. I go, then stand back and just watch Maria cook.
You didn't say. Did you really say that?
I swear, hand to a Bible.
What did he say?
And he goes, yeah, she can. She's like, yeah, she can.
Oh, I love that kid.
And so I told him to come to you and come to Bishop and just tell you guys, that he would like to have an activity.
Yeah.
Based around this person's
Those needs.
interest.
Yeah.
And then and just invite her. I go, tell Maria, give her just the smallest, simplest information. I go, just stand back and just watch her
the
cook.
magic happen.
Watch her cook. And he's like, yeah, she can cook.
So I can so see his face too.
Yeah, like the sweetest, like simplest smile on his face. I was like, yeah. So
Yeah.
needless to say, he thinks extremely highly of you.
Oh, listen, I think highly of him too.
But I changed it. I told him, like, listen,
First of
you
all,
don't know
there's
her.
nothing.
I'm
Well,
like, you don't know her. She's.
that's not true.
Oh.
Just kidding. I do have my moments, and mostly they're with him, so nobody else sees them. Him and Mike, they both see probably not my best side.
Mike and I, we have a support group.
Like, she said this. She was hangry. She was like telling me to clean as I go.
But Mike's response to me is always the same thing. Just say sorry. I'm like, I'm not saying sorry for something I didn't do.
Yeah, well, you know what? And that's where the thing is. I'm married to him, right? And so the relationship is different than my relationship.
I'm not married to you.
Thank goodness.
Hey, yo, whoa, relax.
Thank heavens.
Don't sound so
'Cause
disgusting.
sometimes the things that come out of your mouth, and I'm there watching the wreck happen, and I'm seeing Tegan's face to you. And I think you're just desensitized because she must give you that face all the time. Like her eyes get wide open and the shock and disbelief of what you just said.
Yeah.
And then she looks at him and just walks away. No response needed. She just walks away.
We've had some interesting discussions over the last 2 weeks. These family reunions,
Yeah.
like my side, her side, and yeah, there are certain things that
You say that she's like,
you know what I just they're innocent.
They
and so
are.
I don't mean them to be malice or whatever. I just that filter, that thing that you normally people have, like maybe you shouldn't say that. I don't have that filter because I think it's funny, and so I just want to share it with the world.
I think that's why you like to keep your circle very small.
I think so,
because
too.
you just want to be able to like let it all out without being judged.
I-
And the more people that kind of like see that side, you're worried that they're gonna judge you.
So I'm teaching Sunday school for new members, new whatever, and I walk in, I'm like, did you guys see Stranger Things?
Oh my god! The look that they must have.
Well, they were like, yeah, but at the Relief Society in the Linda King, she's like, oh, this is not a church talk.
But that's what makes you personable, right? So
Oh my gosh! So yeah, so we started our Sunday
with Stranger Things.
Stranger
It is
Things.
supposed to be Old Testament, but you had to give your spiritual thought about Stranger Things. I'm sure you could tie Stranger Things to Old Testament.
You can, yes, you can. But it was so good. Did you see Stranger Things?
I have never seen it, so I'm gonna be watching it with my kids, with Raquel and Jesse.
Stop it right now.
I haven't seen it. No, there's like this big hype about it, but I haven't.
You haven't seen season one episode?
I haven't seen a single thing.
Oh my gosh, what is the matter? I don't think we can be friends, dude. No, I'm not even
I
joking.
told Raquel. Well, Raquel and I were talking about it because I'm seeing all these things, and her friends are all about it as well. And I'm like, all right, I guess we can start watching it. Like I saw it, but I didn't. I didn't watch it. It took me forever to watch Wednesday too.
No, it will change your life when you start watching Stranger.
Really?
I'm telling you right now, it will be by far the greatest show that you will. It's probably like number 2.
Really, what's your number one show?
Friday Night Lights.
Okay, and this is a number 2 for you.
I think so. But before, for me, it was The Cosby Show. It was number
Okay,
1.
yeah.
I grew up watching The Cosby. I wanted to be a good dad because
Yeah.
how present he was with his children. And the biggest thing was he was like Americans' dad. He was the American dad.
What about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I thought that was like a number one for you.
That was number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, Fresh Prince helped me develop into the person who I am now, like fun and just joking around and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like The Cosby Show, I would see how Bill Cosby would just teach his kids. And it was like very methodical. It was very like psychological. It was very fun and just the values that he taught. Now, we're not talking about his personal life.
Yeah,
We're talking
this
about
is
in
the-
the show, the
yeah.
character, right? And so I would watch that show and I was like, man, I want to be a dad like that. I want to be a present dad. And he was just, and he helped me become who I am as a father, right? And it's funny because even to this day, there are certain things that I do with my kids that I can attribute it to the Cosby Show.
Ooh, like what? Give me one.
Remember when Theo was when Theo didn't think that he could draw, that he needed good grades, and so he wanted just to drop out of school, and he goes like,
I vaguely remember.
you'll remember, and then he took out Monopoly money, and then he
Okay.
went through some of the expenses and stuff. Like I did that. I've done that with my kids. I'm like, okay, let's figure out. You think you can live off of $2,000? All right, let's sit down. Let's figure it out, and then we'll do a plan or whatever. There's another one where Denise wanted to buy a car,
Okay.
and she wanted to pull out all her savings. And she's like, you're not touching your savings. And the way that they taught her, again, it's the exact same way that I do stuff with the kids, and so.
That's awesome.
But yeah, now if you watch Friday Night Lights, it'll change your life. But Stranger Things, I'm telling you, for the sheer pure entertainment and just it's such a good show.
Okay, I'm doing it. I've been peer pressured to watch
such a
Stranger
good
Things.
So Dan just sent us a message here.
Oh yes, is it about a book?
Yeah, it says here, Miguel and Maria, a book I am reading is Essentialism,
Yeah.
The Disciplined Pursuit of Less
Yes.
by Greg McCune.
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 McKeown?
By Greg.
Thanks, Greg. Greg
Thanks.
M.
By Greg. The idea of doing less, but doing
Doing it better.
it better. If it interests you, you could YouTube it and see if this might be a book that may be beneficial for your lives in coaching.
And that's
Wow.
amazing. I think I'm going to check it out. I love the idea of doing less, like being disciplined to do less, but that less becomes more.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we just busy fill our lives with things that are not moving us towards the goals that we want, right?
Yeah. No, I think so too. The other thing is, before we get into our subject today, Did you get anything you liked?
For what?
Christmas? Besides the timer?
Besides the timer? Yeah, I got
So for those who don't know, if you guys go back, I think it was last
it was
episode.
our last episode. Our last episode. Well,
she
maybe
was
the episode
she
before.
came in swinging. I called her out for being late. I'm like, thanks for being on time. And
No,
then
you didn't say that. You were like, "Oh, you're here." Very passive aggressive.
it wasn't passive aggressive.
Totally
She took
passive.
it as passive aggressive.
100%
But I did call her
passive-aggressive.
out for being late. But anyways, and then I got
If you don't like confrontation, what you do is passive aggressiveness. It's okay. You don't like confrontation, so you just say it and then you like play it off as a joke. I was just kidding.
So Levi does that all the time.
Exactly. So
And I
he's
hate
a
it.
reflection of you. So that's
Yeah, that kid's
Anyway,
a carbon
go.
copy, man.
100%. Okay, go. We were talking about
Presents.
Oh,
the
yeah.
amazing present that I gave you. So how's it been working out?
It's-
I gave her a present. She didn't. By the way, she didn't give me anything.
I'm giving you the gift.
Of what?
Me coming early. This is because of the words that you spoke to me.
Microphone 3, Maria 0.
I have issues with spatial awareness with this microphone. The amount of times that I've hit this microphone. Anyway, no, I'm still thinking. I wanna give you a really good present. Because your presents are always meaningful and thought out. Like if I'm gonna give credit to him, he literally will take something that you said or something that you do all the time, will sit on it, and will give you the best present according to that.
I am the greatest present giver that you will ever meet.
The only person he cannot figure out is his wife. It's okay, but you got everybody else figured out.
I get her flowers. She goes, why'd you buy me flowers? They're just going to die in a week. I'm like, what the freak? Meanwhile, somebody else gives them flowers. Oh, thank you so much. And so I don't know if it's because of me or if it's because she sees me and she wants practicality. And then when she sees other people and she sees emotion.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, that's a good insight. I don't know.
I was thinking about it throughout this holidays. I'm like, because I've given her gifts and she'll sell them for a cheaper price. Like I gave her a spa day with her friends. I paid for the whole thing, the gift certificates. I'm like, pick a friend. It's paid for 2 packages, whatever. She sold them. She freaking sold them for less of the amount that I paid for.
When you ask her, what is a gift that I can give you that you would like? What does she say? Have you asked her?
See, so okay. So I'm a anti-ask gift giver.
Okay.
Because then it's not a gift. It's not a surprise. Part of it is like the surprise, opening it up and be like, oh, what is this? And then,
But
and
you
then-
don't have to give it immediately. But
it doesn't matter. This is the thing is, right? Were you expecting the timer?
no.
Right? So part of the joy is knowing that you didn't know what you were getting. And so when you open it up and you saw the timer,
I was like literally like
Yes.
wanted to.
Yeah.
I had to suck back those tears.
and
'cause-
for me, that's utopian. Like that's
Yeah.
that's a high for me,
Yeah.
right? To know that I've put in the effort, I've thought about it. But if you're like, man, I really want a timer, and I hope for Christmas you give me a timer, and then I give you a box and you open it up, oh, you got me the timer that I want. I'm like, that's not a present. That's not a gift.
You like the
I might as well just give you the money so you can buy the timer yourself. Like that's not that's for me, that's not a gift. So I like doing my recon. I like doing my research. But for taking it's just I cannot ask because anyways. So I just give her money now. Gift certificates and money.
well, she loves it.
Yeah, she likes it. But what I have done is I've given the gift certificates in a creative way.
Okay.
So I do like a game show board,
Okay.
like Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And then all the categories are the kids.
Oh, that's amazing. That's fun.
Yeah.
So the gift is the game, and
Yeah.
then the reward is the
Yeah.
money.
And then it's like 100 for Seth for 100. And they'll ask a very simple question. And then it'll be like Elias for 500. And it'll be a really hard question about Elias.
Wow.
And if she doesn't answer it, then I get to keep the gift certificate. And I'm not even
amazing.
joking. I'm like, I will keep the gift certificate.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
such a good game.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's such a good
I
game.
figure out creative ways of doing that.
I kind of want to do that with my kids.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's really, really fun. You can't chat GPT that. That's, you got to know your family.
Yeah, absolutely. You can give me some questions about my kids. What? Yeah, that's so great. That's a great idea.
Jonathan Cowell says here, best present giver, no other present giver like me. others are jealous of my present giving abilities.
Yeah, that's his mantra.
That is.
How did you know his mantra?
That's tattooed on my back. Best present giver. Listen, today we have a phenomenal show, guys. Thank you for sticking with us while we do our intros. Don't go anywhere. I'm telling you right now, don't go anywhere. And I do want to talk to you about starting to do some giveaways.
Okay.
We're not gonna do that today, but new year, new
podcast,
new segments.
New season.
I don't know if you guys saw the new intro page.
I like it. I like the intro page.
Yeah. So thumbnail. Yeah.
Yes.
But so stay with us because we have a lot of fun things happening. And today, listen, I want to talk to you guys. So just to give you the history of what's going on here. On December 30th, I was asked to give a talk at church. And it was based on new beginnings. Right? Mm-hmm. And so I went down this deep rabbit hole of just New Year's resolutions. And I knew some stats, but I really wanted to be really, really prepared for my talk. And so I went online and I typed in New Year's resolution goals and things, and a whole bunch of articles came up. Two in particular that I want to extract. One it was a poll that was done back in 2023 by Forbes magazine. And the second one was by Psychology Today. And they're saying some of the stats behind why people quit, reasonings and things like that. So I want to go through this really quickly with you and then dive really, really deep into today's subject. Okay?
Okay.
So I think the most very well-known one is the fitness one.
Yeah, that's why gyms oversell memberships come January. Gosh. They will double, triple oversell because everybody hits the gym hard for the first 2 weeks. And then after that, people start dwindling.
Yep. Nearly 80% of New Year's resolutions are abandoned by February.
Yeah.
So by February, whatever resolutions you have. So some of the categories: financial, learning, mental health, relationship, spiritual.
Yeah.
But 80% of all New Year's resolutions are abandoned before the month of February hits. The second Friday of every January, it has earned the nickname the Quitter's Day.
Oh, man. So you know what? This podcast series is to help you not participate in the Quitter's Day, to really help you and empower you. And even ourselves, because I'm sure, have you quit any goals? What are your goals?
My goals?
Did you come up with any goals for you?
My goal, I was trying to come up with something witty to say how I'm going to quit on this one, but nothing came out.
What do you mean?
Like quit on you, like
quit on me.
Like quit.
Did you chat GPT it?
Quit. How to quit? No, like.
What do you mean quit on quit the podcast with me?
No,
Is that what you're
not
talking
quit
about?
The podcast. Quit expecting you to be nice to me because it's never going to happen.
Okay.
But I was trying to come up with a joke, and I don't even know why I just mentioned it because that just bombed completely.
I know. I'm like, and you do know that if I was nice to you all the time, it'd be weird.
Yeah.
You know that it's a necessary evil, right? People, it's a necessary evil because when I start talking normal or nice, he's like looking at me like I have three eyes.
No, but the way that you talk normal is not the way that you talk normal with other people is not the way that you talk normal with. She comes
it's
in.
Because I spend a lot of time with you, man. Like I can't.
Hi, how are you? Are you okay? How you look really good today. Who talks like that?
I have never talked to you like that.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so tell me, is there any goals that you've struggled with in the past and have joined the Quitter's Day?
In the past?
In the past. Even now, I don't know. Did you start something and then you realize, maybe I won't do it?
Reading. But I was discouraged.
Maybe this podcast series will help you with feeling more encouragement with reading.
Yeah, but why was I discouraged?
Because I took the book.
She stole my book.
First of all, it had nothing to do with January. I took the book in March. So you had quit long before. It's okay. It's okay.
So, yeah, we don't talk about the book. So this January, the Friday is January 16th.
Okay.
So the second January really technically is the 9th, like this coming Friday. but it's the first or the second full week. Quitter's Day, just heads up. January 16th is Quitter's Day. So don't do it.
Here, make sure you check in our podcast to make sure to build some tools where you will be more resistant to quitting and to going through the hard.
Yeah. Only 6% of New Year's resolutions, according to Forbes, last beyond a year.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy. Because
That's
I'm like,
insane. Only 6% of New Year's resolution, according to Forbes, last beyond a year.
why do you think that is?
Well, so again, and that's why we're here. So if we take a look at financial goals, so that's anything with saving, budgeting, or debt. The drop off is anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And they say that most people stop tracking. Like, so what, as they start doing well, they're tracking and everything. But then as you start to progress, you stop tracking.
You know why? I think it's because you become of the mindset like, oh, I got this. I don't need any support. I don't need to keep tracking.
Yeah, it's a whole pill effect, right? They're taking a pill to make themselves better for whatever it is, mental or health, and then they feel better and like, I don't need the pill anymore, and so they stop taking that medicine.
Yeah.
And then those symptoms comes back.
Yeah.
Not realizing that it was because of the medicine that they were doing better.
I have to tell you, I think one of my struggles is the financial one.
What?
I know. Okay, so it's not that
You
we're
live
not.
and die by this. Like you have accomplished some serious financial goals.
I have, but because Mike and I had built such a fast momentum, right? And we did so many big things. Like we paid off some debt. I was able to quit my full-time job.
You got a second house?
We have like a second house. We have properties and stuff like that. But I think what happened in the midst of all this, my mindset became like, oh, I got this. And then Mike started taking over. So Mike is really great at budgeting. He does the budget for us. He puts all the numbers in. He's well aware where we are financially. But I think what happened at that point, I stopped paying attention. And then at a certain point, it became overwhelming for me. Oh. And then once it became overwhelming, I kind of stepped back. Like Mike and I had a conversation where he's like, I need you to be present in this. Wow. And can I tell you the resistance that I felt? Like it was one night we were talking about it and it was really great. Like I think for the most part, one of the things that I've become better at is being less combative. Where I'm like less like, what do you mean, right?
Don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen that side yet.
Anyway, so I really, really, truly listened. And I was like, okay, what does he need me to do? This is what he needs from me. And this is how I need to show up more presently. Because if you want to grow financially, you need to pay attention to your finances. Anything you pay attention to grows, right?
Interesting.
If you don't pay attention to it, then you're losing control of it. Anyway, so that is a goal for me right now this year of being more present in my finances.
Can I tell you something? Mike doesn't seem like the kind of guy that will step forward and be like, "Hey, call you out like that." And I think, not to say like
he's very calm. He's my werebear. I changed his nickname. So usually I call him Sugar. It's specifically white sugar. And then lately it's been Snow Bunny because apparently all the young kids are saying that when you are in a relationship with a white person, then now they are your Snow Bunny. So that's what Raquel told me. So I was like, okay, he's my Snow Bunny. And then we're watching this show and there was this like really nice guy, but then when he was upset, he turned into this beast and they called him Werebear. And I thought it was so cute. So I was like, he's my werebear. I'm like my snow werebear.
Oh, Mike, I am so sorry, buddy.
What? I love my Mike, okay?
I love him too. I'm not enough to call him out like that.
My werebear?
Oh, look. Hey, Snow Bunny. Mikey.
He's my snow buddy. The other one, oh my gosh, I died because it was a reel that we saw and they're like, when your partner is white, these are some cute like nicknames that you can call them, right? And one of them was my little pickleballer. And then the other one was my casserole Casanova. I love you, Mike. If you're out there, I love you.
White sugar.
I know. Well, I call him white sugar because I have boys that are brown sugar. They're like really brown, right? They're really dark.
Oh my gosh, so funny. In high school, one of my nicknames was Caramelo.
Yeah, because of your color, right?
Because of the color of my skin.
Yeah.
It means caramel, right?
Yeah.
I love that nickname. I was like, when they're like, oh, there comes Caramelo, I'm like, that's me.
I
I don't know what that was. But anyways.
I call Raquel my white cookie, or like, you know, the sugar cookies, because they're very white.
Oh my
Anyway,
freaking
don't mind my.
racist.
It's okay. They're good with it.
Yeah. I
Anyway,
love
you
it.
were saying
Um.
about Mike not being the
Oh
person to call
yeah.
me out.
So no. Every time I interact with Mike, he always seems like that calm, quiet, whatever.
He is very calm.
But the fact, knowing this about him, that behind closed doors he will take a stand, not a like a like a machoism, whatever, but like, hey, we need to sit down, we need to talk.
That's when I know that I've messed up. When he brings that like that tone and that look, I'm like.
But I love it. I absolutely, and it's funny because I think that's been over the 2 weeks. I've realized that I've had to step up and do things like that. Not that Tegan's doing anything wrong, right?
Just couple conversations. Sometimes you have to have those hard conversations to get both on the same page.
Well, a lot of the times in the past, it was like, it's just gonna blow over. I'm just like, whatever. Even though I like bringing challenges, solutions.
But you don't like conflict.
I don't like conflict.
So it would be a hard like.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to go through the messy, which is the fight, in order to get to the next stage.
So I call it the Maria zone, right? That no man zone. And but yeah, I've been doing that, and I'm telling you right now, there's been a change in family dynamics.
Okay.
Like, not that we were in a bad situation before.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you just, anyways, you don't say anything. It's like, whatever, it'll just go away. Mentality
Doesn't go away,
sometimes it
man.
doesn't go away.
No, if you don't talk about it, communication's the number one.
Yeah, absolutely. So going back to budgeting, they confuse setbacks with failure. And then one bad week feels like the whole plan is broken. So they just kind of give up.
Yeah.
The other one is learning goals. So that's reading courses, studying scriptures, and all that other stuff. That normally people drop off anywhere between 10 to 21 days. And a lot of the times why people quit is because progress is invisible before the reward.
Yeah, it is. We're so accustomed to instant gratification, especially with our devices.
Yeah.
That something that takes a while, that's worthwhile, and takes effort and commitment. It doesn't happen fast enough. So we're like, we're out. Well,
check this out. And something that when you have a learning goal, something that they said is you have to understand that the growth is happening internally, but people quit because they can't see it yet.
I know. I have been there. I literally have been there.
You're about to reach the gold mine. Like literally, you're about to have a breaking point. And then you're like,
I have a thought for you that I know you're going to like. Remember in Atomic Habits, the ice cube?
Don't shut up. Be quiet.
But remember the ice cube? I don't know if you remember. Maybe you didn't get. No, I'm pretty sure you read that part.
This is a sensitive area for me. Why you keep bringing up that book?
It's just, I want to share the concept of the ice cube, where if you place an ice cube at a certain temperature, it won't melt. But if you increase it by 1 degree, nothing happens until you hit, I think, 6 different degrees, if that makes sense. So if, for instance, the cube stays frozen at 0 degrees, then you increase it to 1, still frozen, increase it to 2, still frozen, increase it to 3, still frozen, increase it all the way up to 8, still frozen. But here you are, you're like, whatever, it doesn't work, and you walk away, then it'll maintain to be frozen. But when you hit 9, between 8 and 9, that's when it starts defrosting.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that because I haven't read that book. But anyways, I don't know why you keep bringing up that book. That's a sensitive area here. Maybe a New Year's resolution for you is to give back the book.
Yes, you're right. I will listen. Let alone me saying, oh, I really want to give you a good gift. I'll just listen to what you're telling me. Give back the book.
Can I tell you, I think the harshest line that you've ever dropped in this podcast when it comes to that book, you're like, yeah, you know what? I've read that book like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, yeah, I totally have.
And then I'm like...
It's my yearly read.
Bullied to the head.
I saw it today too. I'm going to get you a new book because that book it's seen some better days. So I'm going to get you a new book. But I saw it today. I was like, oh, it's a sweet reminder of you, Miguel.
I swear that we should auction off that book.
With your notes. I am doing this. This is great.
Yeah. Mental health goals. These are goals. These are people that. These are goals that are self-cares and things like that. These goals surface discomfort before they bring peace.
Yeah.
And people quit, and then healing feels worse before it feels better. And so again, these are things like journaling, meditations, therapy, and all that other stuff. And people quit because just
It doesn't feel good.
not in the beginning.
No.
Yeah, when you're changing routine or you're changing habit, like it's gonna.
It feels uncomfortable because you haven't done it. It also creates self-awareness of certain behaviors that you may not like and that you've been blaming on others. And you're like, oh, shoot, it's me. And so then it makes you feel like you can't do it. So then you're like, forget it.
Yeah, and for that one, they say 1 to 3 weeks people start quitting.
Yeah.
Relationship goals, that's marriage, families, communications. They drop off anywhere between 3 to 5 weeks, so that's a little bit longer. And people start strong, but then they default back to their old habits. So they don't give themselves enough time for change. Intentional conversation starts to fade away, and you don't control the. People quit because they can't feel that they can't control the outcome, and you need to realize that you can only control the effort. But it's in the effort where the change comes.
Yeah.
Right, and when change isn't happening immediately, it reciprocates. What? People
want me to
retreat.
read it?
People retreat. Sorry, people retreat. Jeez. English is no good.
Oh, yeah. I borrowed that book from Maria.
Are you serious?
Did you?
I swear that statement better not be true. I am going to lose my mind right now. If you gave out that book, book.
I don't think, I honestly, the only other person that I believe has read it is Raquel. I'm pretty sure I haven't loaned it out.
I swear, Bev, listen to me. Bev. I am going to lose my mind if you've given out that book before you've given me back the book. That is not your book to lend
I'm
away.
going to give you a brand new book, man.
Bev, you better clarify that. I am going to.
Hold on. Jonathan has said some stuff. Let's see what Jonathan has said. I know. This guy's ready to run me out of his house.
I am rage quitting right now.
He breaks everything you see him like. And then I'm like, I guess we're done, guys. Remember to follow on our socials.
Yeah.
I hope we're back next week, but I don't know.
See what happens next week. Put the equipment back together. Holy, what did Jonathan say? Yeah, white sugar.
I'm pimping him out. She'll be like, yo, white sugar, where's my money? All the time. Anyway.
I say inappropriate things. And then the next one is spiritual goals.
Yeah.
And these are scripture studies, prayers, and church attendance and whatever. And people normally quit 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And they think consistency equals worthiness, which is very interesting on this one.
Yeah.
And missing once and becomes I failed instead I'll resume. So they're like, oh, I missed once, and they're like, whatever. They're like, and they start to well, I might as well just stop. And so then I took all of these things and I just threw them in chat, and I just said, hey, chat, what are some reasons why people abandon their goals? And it spit out 8 of them, I think, or 9 of them. And it says here, motivation was mistaken for commitment. Mm-hmm. Goal was too vague. The goal fought back against their current identity, which I found to be extremely interesting. Difficult was interpreted as failure. They relied on willpower instead of structure. Shame after missing just once, which is the whole going to church and I missed once, was like, oh, I'm ashamed now. Lack of accountability or community. Mm-hmm. They chose outcome instead of process. And they expected immediate change.
Yeah. So which one do you feel like you've gone through out of those ones?
Motivation was mistaken with commitment. No. Goal was to go back against their current identity. That was a big one for me. Difficult was interpreted as change. They relied on willpower instead of structure. I think one of the reasons, the biggest one where I quit in the past is because of that one.
Which one?
I relied on willpower alone
Instead of
structure. I think out of all of these, that's the one that's really thinking back of goals that I've missed. It's because of that one. I was excited. I was motivated.
So you used motivation for it, but you didn't establish a routine or the discipline for it.
Motivation can only go so far.
It's true. It's a great starter, but it doesn't maintain you.
It's the igniter of any car.
Yeah.
Right? It's not the ignition that's going to keep you going. right? It's the alternate. It's the alternator. It's the engine. Let's go.
I was like, you're a guy. You're supposed to know about cars.
But yeah, so that's the number one.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so I kind of like was talking to Maria, was it last week? Right? And we're like, okay, I gave this talk. This is some of the things that my studies, whatever. And then Maria was like, well, why don't we build an entire series, 4-part series for the month of January
I'm really excited about it.
I am beyond pumped because I truly believe that January is even in schools, statistically, it's the hardest month of the year, the school year.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Kids come back super high on dopamine, right?
Okay.
So 2 weeks of like being excited, being away from school for 2 weeks, having all these presents and giving presents, receiving presents, extended families visiting, seeing grandparents, seeing uncles and aunts, cousins, and all this stuff. And then you're just off of school, like you're just whatever, right? And
It has to be electronics in the way we eat as well, I think.
everything,
Yeah.
food, electronics, you're watching movies, you binge watch, you just whatever, right? It's 2 weeks of vacation, and all of a sudden you're back to school. And then you're sitting and you're listening and you're taking these classes and courses.
You've lost your focus,
Done.
your ability to focus.
So your dopamine levels you come into school with super high expectations and dopamine levels, and then you're in school and everything's just blah again. So kids get anxious, they get anxiety, and they just like, they don't know what to do with themselves, and they start pushing back. They start pushing back against structure again. They start pushing back against routine. And just teachers have the most difficult time in the month of January for students. Mm-hmm. It's cold outside. There's only so much that you can do. You can't be playing soccer in the field.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you're very, very limited.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? So, yeah. So again, it's January is a difficult month for everybody, the workforce, the families. And then you have these goals, and then you just quit. And it's not a fun month. January is not a fun month. Should be exciting, new beginnings, but some of the outcomes, it just makes it not a fun month.
So what we're going to be talking about is ways that you can increase your likelihood of completing your goals and sticking it out. And if you failed, learn how to pick yourself back up and redo them. What?
Yeah. So you want to read today's description?
No, go for it.
No, you go for it.
You have it.
I'm looking for it.
Okay.
Where did it go? Here we go. Yeah, I have it.
Go ahead.
You want me to read it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so today we're gonna the time that we have, we're really gonna focus on and just giving you some tips. We're gonna focus on mind and soul, so mental health, self-care, and spiritual growth. And then where did it go? Where'd it go?
I don't know what you're looking at on your side.
I'm looking for we had the outline. Oh, here we go.
You found it? Okay.
Yeah. So what is the difference between resetting and quitting?
Resetting means that you're taking a rest and you're planning to go back into it, right? Like maybe you messed up and you're like, okay, let me take a look back. Let me analysis, self-reflect. What can I do better? What can I maintain? So it's a reset, right? Quitting means that I'm not good enough. I didn't do it. I can't do it. Forget it. This goal is not about me. Like it's not for me. And then you quit and you just don't look at it again.
Okay. So Seth started studying, like he's in university pathways, right?
Yeah.
And he learned about, and you may know the name, and I forgot the name, where you study for 20 minutes and you take 5-minute break.
Yeah, Pandora method.
That's it, right?
Pandora. It's something with a P.
Yeah. And so it says it's changed his entire study.
Yeah.
Like it is really, and so I started adopting it, doing it. And it's really made a difference for me. Now I can do longer than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And so it's based on your attention span, right?
Yeah.
So for the most part, you study or you do something for 20 minutes. Around that time, if you're not used to consistency for long periods of study or long periods of work, 20 minutes is the beginner's mark. And so they say you take a 20-minute break, you do something 5 minutes just to like reset,
Yeah.
and then you come back to it. For me, I can go longer than 20 minutes. I find myself that for me, that quitter's mentality is around the 40-minute mark.
Yeah. It's the same thing with me.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I can push. If I have a timer, I can go all the way up to 60 minutes.
You mean the timer that I got you for Christmas and you got me nothing, but you did take a book and then you gave it to another person? Yeah, that one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, that timer. Keep going.
So 60 minutes, and then I take a reset, 5 minutes.
60 minutes.
Yeah, I can go up to, because in another book that I read, right, it talked about how to increase your concentration. Because one of the issues that we're having right now in our communities, in our homes, in our schools, is that a lot of people struggle with ADHD, which is a focus, like the inability to focus, but we can train ourselves to increase that. Just because you have it, it doesn't mean like, oh, okay, this is it. Like I can only concentrate for 5 minutes at a time and that's it. That's not the case. You can train yourself to increase your ability to do deep focus work. And that in reality is how you hit your flow, right? When you're in a state where you like ideas come together and you're working and whatnot. So having learned that, I decided that I was going to try to increase my mental focus and do hour spans. But that's only on certain things. In my studying in the morning, I do 5, depending on what I'm doing, I do 5-minute intervals to 20-minute intervals. And then I have like a 1-minute reset or 2-minute reset in between.
Yeah, so one of the things that's saying here as a tool is, do a 5-minute of stillness. So if you have a goal, so again, it's mental health, self-care, and spiritual goals. So whatever it is that you're doing, whatever goals that you've set for yourself, as you're doing them, make sure you take 5 minutes just to be still and just do nothing before you restart the goal again. So if it's you're reading your scriptures you have a goal of reading your scriptures for like 15, 20 minutes.
Honestly, if you're starting to read your scriptures and this is your first time doing it, I recommend no more than 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I start out small. The reason why we fail or we feel like we can't do it is because we start too hard too soon. We go from 0 to 100. You haven't read in X amount of time. You don't have the habit yet. Build it from small, simple actions. 5-minute actions will help you build that momentum. Once you have that momentum, you can increase it.
Interesting.
That's my biggest, like, I feel like I was able to start consistency when I have small kids because I developed that 5-minute mentality.
Okay. So one of the tools here is that we talked about was letting grace not quilt or just stop your motivation.
Letting what? Sorry. What are you reading? Just kidding.
Our notes.
Letting grace?
Yeah, letting grace.
Where are you reading? I have
Dude, we created these notes last week. Letting grace.
Oh, I'm in the wrong one. I'm sorry. That's a fault on me. I was on body and soul. I am so sorry. That's next week's topic. I was like, what is this guy talking about? Yes, go ahead.
So letting grace.
Not
giving
guilt.
Us, yeah.
I see it. I see the letting grace, not guilt. You need stronger glasses, my friend.
Need stronger glasses. I saw an R in there. I'm like, quiddle?
I'm like, that's why I was like, what is he talking about? Letting grace, not guilt, be your motivator.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you're not going to succeed everything that you want all at once. Your goal may be to study 20 minutes eventually, but if you start from 0 to 20, it's going to be hard.
Yeah. 5 minutes, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's all about consistency over intensity.
So can I give a range?
Yeah, you can give a range.
I would say 10 minutes. So I would say 5 to 10 minutes. And the only reason is this, right? I do believe in starting small. So whatever you're comfortable in, start at 5 as a minimum. I would say try and go to 10 as a maximum if you're starting out, only because it will give time for the Lord to talk to you.
Okay, question for you. What if you feel like you're running out of time? What do you do there? You realize it's like you just want, like, you realize you don't have time or you forgot or whatever. What should you do there? Like, what's one tool that they can use?
If I'm supposed to read my scriptures or I'm supposed to pray or do my meditations and I'm running out of time.
And you haven't done it. And you realize and you're like, and 5 minutes seems overwhelming or 10 minutes seems overwhelming.
Yeah. So be proactive and trying to find space during the day. So if your goal is to read a book or scriptures or whatever in the beginning, and then for some strange reason the alarm clock didn't go out or just whatever, and then you're like, shoot, I gotta go to school or I gotta get to like whatever, I say grab your calendar and then take a look at where you can intentionally put in a 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of time to dedicate to that goal. So if you hit it in the beginning, so here's the mentality. Normally, what happens, right? You wake up in the morning like, okay, today I'm going to read my scriptures, or I'm going to read a book, the Atomic Habit. I'm going to do whatever, right? If you had that book or you've lent it out and you haven't seen it again, whatever. So your goal is to read whatever. But then for some reason you wake up.
You wake up late, maybe?
You wake up late. The house is a chaos. You open up, you make the mistake, you open up your laptop, you start answering all these emails like, oh, shoot, I don't have any more time. Then give yourself grace. Be like, okay, I can't do it now. But here's where people quit. They put a period and they end it. They close the chapter on that goal.
And they're like, I'll do it next week.
And that is the worst thing that you can all do it tomorrow, right? Because what we talked about, whatever you can do tomorrow, you can do today. And whatever you can do today, you can do now. So if you hit your goal in the morning, right, you're allowed. Give yourself grace. That's the one thing that we're talking about here, right? So what you need to do is, instead of just closing the chapter for the day, look at your calendar and be like, okay, I didn't do it this morning. When during the day can I actually accomplish it? Oh, you know what? I have an hour break for work. I'm going to go to the car and I am going to read my scriptures for 5 minutes there. Or I'm going to read that book for 5 minutes there, or 10 minutes or whatever it is. So now you're being intentional when you're moving things around. So you're being fluid, right? And that's not a bad thing. The bad thing is if you're like, I'll just do it tomorrow or restart tomorrow, because again, tomorrow never comes. Same thing's going to happen or whatever, right? So it's consistency. It's finding days throughout the days to continue doing it.
Can I share what I've done in the past?
No, because it's probably wrong.
It's wrong according to him. So yes, I do believe that you need the higher likely to succeed for you will be allotting a set amount of time in order to be able to do it. That will give you the best basis to succeed. However, when I started doing a routine of reading my scriptures, my kids were really young. So this was like, I think some of my kids were older, but my kids were still toddlers, I feel like, right? So what I did is that if I didn't get a chance to read it or the day got out of me, I would just open the scriptures and read one verse. One verse was 30 seconds, right? And it just gave me the ability to feel that I completed it.
Okay.
The other mentality that I have, or mindset that I had at that time, and I even have it now, if I start my timer, that's why I use timers, because I find that it's easy to get lost in the scriptures. Maybe one day and you end up reading an hour or 45 minutes. And then the next day you're like, oh, whatever, like I read it. Like I'm all about consistency over a period of time. One of the things is that if I started my timer and all of a sudden my kids would come in and start interrupting me and asking questions, I would see that day as completed, even if I read one sentence.
Okay.
That built my momentum and that built my confidence.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's what I would recommend for young moms, that when you really do feel overwhelmed and you have kids and you have routines that you have to get to, because I feel like as a parent, and especially as a mom, let me give you the mom perspective, right? As a mom, you're waking up early and you're thinking about meals for your kids. You're waking up and you're thinking, okay, what time do they need to be there? Are they going to before school care? Are you like driving them to school? Are you putting them on the bus? Like, are there certain things that need to be done? That's what's on your mind. And sometimes it can become overwhelming incorporating different things into your life because you already feel like you're doing so much, right? However, I do want to encourage everyone out there that this only multiplies your time. Even if you do it for 30 seconds, build that momentum, give yourself grace, right? And say, you know what? I did the best I could with what I had today and continue on. Yeah.
So I think, and with all the respect in the world, I think we're actually talking about two separate goals.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, I'm listening.
Whenever anything happens like this, he's like, respectfully, what you're saying is wrong. And that's not what I was saying.
I think you're absolutely right based on what goal you want to hit.
Reading your scriptures.
But here's the thing is, right? That's not, so yes, 100%. If your goal is to be consistent in reading scriptures,
yes,
this plan, 100% do it, right? Okay. So I'm of a different mentality.
Okay, do share. I'm interested to hear.
And the only reason is this, right? When I was on my mission.
Because I'm a man. Just kidding. And as a man, I'm right. I'm just kidding.
First of all, I didn't say that. I was thinking
Let's hear the man's perspective.
No. Here's the thing is, right? Here's the thing is. And again, this is my mentality.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I know. Let me. I know.
Look at my face. I'm ready for it.
I can see. When I was on my mission, one thing that our mission president would just like engrave in our minds is that if you want to talk to God, you pray. And you probably heard this, right?
Yeah.
But
And if you want God to talk to you, you read your scriptures.
okay, great. So there is a voice that comes out of the dust, right, from those past prophets and teachings that when people are hurting or when people are struggling, and when you read the scriptures, all of a sudden there's this direct communication with God, right? Okay. So if you're reading scriptures or book to receive inspiration, it you may not have 1 minute of just reading one verse while kids are running around. You may not that you haven't created the environment to receive revelation.
I don't agree.
So hang on one second. No, hang on one second.
I'm excited to not agree. Okay, go ahead.
I know. So, but I do agree that there needs to be, if the habit is to read scriptures, I think it's great. But if you're reading and then whatever, and because you're late and you're like, oh shoot, and now you're rushing with time. I just got to read this one verse, and I just got to read it because I have to read it, and then kids are running in and whatever. There's like the God or inspiration cannot come in when there's chaos. There needs to be, you have to create the environment of receiving and hearing.
I agree with you. I do think that you're more likely to create that environment as you do those small and simple actions.
100%.
So-
But that's not what we're talking about, right?
That is 100% what we're talking about.
So here's what I'm saying is that what I think you, but so here's the two things that we're talking about, right? You've missed your scripture readings, or you missed your book reading, and you set your allotted yourself 10 minutes.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So what you're saying is you can't do the 10 minutes, but just give yourself 30 seconds just to read half a page or one paragraph.
I would just do one verse.
Oh, one verse. Okay, whatever, right? What I'm saying, and I think that's good. So what I'm saying is, if one of the reasons why you are reading scriptures or books or good books to receive revelation, create a time and a place throughout the week, right? Maybe during 10 minutes during your lunch break, and then go to the car where there's no distractions, read, and then allot that 10 minutes that you've set for yourself, and then tomorrow do a hard reset, and then give yourself that 10 minutes in the morning. And if you can't do it, read that one verse, or like what I'm saying is you are absolutely right, but I'm finding it really, really difficult to believe that you can receive revelation when you are reading the scriptures in passing.
I think it's the attitude that you have when you're reading the scriptures and your intention. I agree with you in a sense of receiving revelation or receiving that communication from God. If you're just doing it to do it, I'm doing it because I have to.
Because you have a goal and you have to hit this goal.
Exactly. So the attitude matters. I totally agree with you. If your attitude is, Lord, this is my best today, please magnify my best. Think of the loaves and fishes, right? The Lord loves effort, and effort brings great reward. I often see, like, as a mom, when I was young, I had a ton of kids. Mike and I couldn't be in the Relief Society. I mean, not Relief Society. We couldn't be at church, and I was overwhelmed because, like, we couldn't enjoy or feast on the word, right? And it wasn't until one day, I think I was in Relief Society, or somebody said it, or I read it somewhere, where it said that the Lord sees effort. And when he sees effort, he rewards the mom
100%.
as if the mom had been in the meeting the whole time. That changed my whole perspective. So I think if you have
But what did you guys do?
What do you mean?
Didn't you say that you would go to another room where the microphone was on, you can hear the talks and stuff like that?
But keep in mind that my kids were like running around. Sometimes we'd be eating. I wasn't always sitting like, okay, I'm trying to do my best to like hear revelation.
Right.
Because sometimes my kids were fighting, they were hungry, they were creating crumbs everywhere. Like, not always will you have this incredible ability to create this place of receiving revelation. And don't get me wrong, by me saying that, I 100% believe that you need to create the time and space, because the Spirit can only talk to you when you are in a relaxed state. When you're in chaos, you're right. The Spirit cannot talk to you because you're in chaos. And the reason is you're focusing on your immediate things that are happening.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I do think that the Lord sees the effort. And I guess at this point, I'm talking more to women who may feel overwhelmed with the task and who may feel like, oh my gosh, how am I even supposed to have a relationship with the Lord if I'm required to like have this time that I feel like I do not have? The Lord meets us where we're at. And if he's like, you know what, your best right now is one verse because everything feels so overwhelming, I will take your one verse, right? And then that will create opportunity in the future for you to build your momentum. Like in the past, I was reading one verse a day. If my kids interrupted me, I would count that as my scripture study. Years later now, I can do a solid 10 minutes. Even in my scripture study right now, all I read is between 5 to 10 minutes. But I do it consistently, right? And I have found great reward from those 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Again, people are different. If you want to do more of a deep dive, absolutely. But I think it's 5 to 10 minutes is more than okay.
So I agree with you, and I still think that we're talking about different
I don't
things.
think. People out there,
and I'll tell
do
you why.
you think we're talking about two different things?
No, I'll tell you why. Because you're talking about blessings, and I 100% agree with you. I think that you will receive all the blessings of a person that is either dedicating 30 minutes of like sitting down and studying scriptures versus reading one verse because this is all I can give you. I think you will receive equal amount of blessings. I'm not talking about blessings. I'm talking about revelation. I'm talking about if you want to hear the Lord's voice,
You got to create the space for
you
it.
got to find a space where you can sit down. Now, I've also seen amongst the chaos, you will get an impression.
Yes.
You'll be like, oh man, like the Lord will give you this comforting feeling. And I think that's a blessing. Like where, like if there's kids running around and you're reading one verse and the Lord will soften your heart and he will make you feel and realize that it is good what you've done.
Yeah.
That is a huge, massive blessing.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about blessings. I'm talking about revelation. I'm talking about if you want to hear and like guidance, and if you want to hear the Lord's voice guide your life or receive revelation or just direct communication, then you have to create a space and environment where you can just be with him without any distractions. When I was in the MTC, one of the things that they would always talk to us about is that when you go into a home and start teaching the gospel, make sure that the televisions and the radios,
The distractions are off.
everything's off because it's important for them to hear the words of God. Right now, they can feel the blessings of us bringing in the gospel. You know, we're playing with the kids, or they feel good, and then they feel like, you know, we'll bring them cookies, or you know, they'll feel the gift of a Christian giving service. Right? They will feel the blessing. They will receive the blessings. The homes will be blessed. The blessings that what you're talking about, I 100% agree. Whether you're giving 30 minutes to the Lord in the morning or just one verse, the Lord sees both, and He will bless your life and your family with ample opportunities to grow in space, and He will bless you. I'm talking about revelation.
Yes, but remember that the question that we started off is how to create a habit of scripture reading. We didn't this guy took it deep.
You're right. Okay, you're right. No.
That's why I'm like,
I stand corrected.
I get it. I
stand corrected. Enough said. Man, be quiet.
I'm like this guy, and I totally agree with you. I just think the context of how deep you were going was just, this is more of a follow-up, right? Once you build that consistency, once you build that habit, he's absolutely right. You want a deeper connection with the Lord, give him time and avoid that distractions.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to notice this is a historical moment.
This is very common.
Very rare and few I will stand corrected and I will be wrong. I'm admitting it. I am wrong. She is right. So if you can only do 1 minute, one verse.
No, I'm like,
then do the one verse.
Oh, you took it deep, man.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, because we are running out of time, he took us on a tangent. The same principle can be applicable to personal development and reading books and mental health and journaling. Start out with a set time. But if you cannot do that set time, then write one sentence. If you're doing journaling. You know what's something that I started this year?
Tell me. I took it totally left field. I'm passionate. I'm telling you, I love scripture reading, and then I love studying my scriptures in the morning. And it's just, anyways.
First of all, his scriptures are just a prop. Like, I'm just kidding. You don't even know where they are, man.
Where are they?
That's okay.
There's
It's okay. Anyway, guys, that's
yeah. So Maria's 1,000% right. Even if you can read one verse or one section for 1 minute, then do it. And then because it's about building consistency, and then we are talking about building habits.
yes. However, if you'd like more information with regards to building that bond and that ability to receive revelation, feel free to message him. He is he's quite passionate about it. We're just today, this is what we're focusing on.
I think reading that one scripture with everything going around you might be the calm in the chaos. Oh, very true. Very, very true. So before we actually sign off, listen, guys, we are having. Do you want to tell them about what we're doing?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Parents Connect.
Parents Connect.
Guys, okay, so if you're out there, you know us personally, you know us through our podcast, you know that Miguel's and I's, our passions are helping people, but in specific families and youth. So as we were getting our heads together, we're thinking, how can we do more of that? One of the things that came out, this baby that came out of that discussion was doing a parents networking event. If you're not familiar with what a networking event is you go to a place, usually they happen for careers. You go and you meet new people, you mingle. There's often a presentation around it. There's good food around it. You get to build relationships. You get to learn something, right? So we will be hosting our first Parents Connect March 7th.
March 7th, yeah. March 7th, right?
Yeah, it's March 7th. We are so freaking excited. We're going to have 3 speakers. And we're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about how to better your relationship with your child, with your youth. Yeah. And I think even we're going to take it into how to have even better your relationship within yourself. Yeah. Because once you build that confidence, you're going to be able to connect better with your kids and have this relationship that you want. I think every parent wants to have a good relationship with their kids, and we're here to support you, to encourage you, to empower you. So I'm really excited. Yeah.
So that's March 7th. There'll be a big spread, good meal. Yes. Right. Good food. And again, 3 speakers.
And it's only limited to 25 people. So just to have it out there, we're keeping it super small. Yeah. Just because this is our first time running it, we want to ensure that we give the most value that we can. So if you're interested in this event, please email us, drop a comment. So when the tickets go live, we can let you know.
Yeah. And it is, what do we say, 4 hours?
Yeah, I think that's what we're thinking. 3 to 4 hours. There's going to be a meal. There's going to be a Q&A. If you have any dying questions about how to of anything, you're going to have 3 speakers that are going to be ready to answer your questions. And keep in mind, between Miguel and I, not together, 2 different families, we have 11 kids.
I am so grateful you said not together.
Not together, different families.
Yeah.
We have 11 kids. So, and we have teens, we have little ones. You have not toddlers, just coming out of that toddlerhood. Yeah. And we've been through things. Yeah. So I'm excited. I know
I'm passionate about this too.
I know.
March 7th is the day. So we'll send out the addresses, we'll send out the times, the cost and all that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of goodies, a lot of takeaways, a lot of tools, a goodie bag and then food. Spread,
we want to do a raffle.
A raffle.
Oh my gosh, we got
some sponsors coming in as well. So
we're gonna have merch for purchasing. So if you ever this kind of gear, you want to tell them about the new saying for this year? Or not yet? You want to have?
No. It's So we're printing them this week actually. So the new saying. So every year we pick a mental health saying to promote throughout the year. Next year or 2026 is going to be always enough.
Always enough, no matter what. You know how we talked about worthiness and that feeling that prevents us from completing our goals. Yeah. This is the reminder to you that no matter what, no matter the choices, you're always enough.
Yeah, always enough. So, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Please make sure you tell us if you want to come. Tell your friends. Remember, it's a limited event, 25 people only. We're excited.
Yeah, pumped up.
If you can tell my level of excitement, seriously, I've been dying to do one of these things.
I know, my headphones are like, oh. So that's great. I'm so excited for this event. Yeah. Bevan, and when you do show up, bring the book.
I'm really excited. Oh my gosh.
Listen, thank you so much. Make sure you join us next week, because next week we're going to talk about body and discipline. So that's fitness and self-trust.
And he'll keep it to what we're talking about. He won't go down a tangent. world.
Yeah, that got
What's your
ugly.
biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway is to
Staying on
listen.
script?
Yeah, stay on script. Don't derail. Don't derail. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, share, subscribe to all of our channels right here
Yes.
and push this content. We love you and see you next week.
Yes. Bye. I was about to
Get a minute, don't know. Get a minute of your time. Get a minute of your. I show that I live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. God of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its sides. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye.